Yeah. That does tie into something that I'm going to say in a few weeks. But for right now, hello and welcome
No
to
way.
No, for it's not super tied in, but there's things that when we get to Geed, when I've had a line for months. Also, one of you is hot micing. Josh.
Is it me?
I could hear I could hear myself and Josh.
What?
There we go.
Okay.
No, I don't hear myself anymore. Anyway, hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast. For today we are talking about Ultra Fight Orb, which is
Smash your action figures together, everybody. Let's go.
Dude, it's so much fun. I love this.
I was like,
They're collectibles, thank you very much, not action figures.
oh, I'm sorry. I meant smash your dolls together.
I do has the doll directly in front of me right now. I also got a different one right here.
Oh, nice. The bobblehead.
Yeah.
I was gonna just say, well, they're not blown up right now, but okay.
Awful, and I love it. So yeah, this special kind of just picks up where the last where the movie left off. Oh, huh, that's weird.
They're just like, all right, here's the timeline. We have a budget. We're gonna continue the story.
Yeah, I mean, legitimately, we saw the form that we see one of the forms that are introduced in this special at the end of the movie. Although we get two forms, which, as Alex said, one just gets casually dropped without any sort of fanfare right at the beginning.
Yeah.
How do you guys like the fact that we get, not even debatably, I think we can agree that's Orb's best form, and it's just casually dropped in with no fanfare whatsoever.
Honestly, I had to watch it the second time and be like, no, that was really awesome. What?
Yeah, Lightning Defender.
He's just the way that they just go it's an Orb movie, right? Here he is. You've seen this, right? No, we haven't. How cool
do you want to see this form again? Yes. Too bad.
Yep.
Oh, come on. I guess spoiler alert, you've seen my tier list, but this is really cool.
Oh yeah. This is
why did we not I've never been a big Power Rangers fan. I've never been a Super Sentai fan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay to be
Sailor
wrong.
Moon passed me by.
You fucking disgust me on that one.
I'll take your hatred, but that's another discussion.
Sailor Moon.
Why did we not get a really cool transformation scene for this? This could have been really we've spent this entire season enjoying, and I've said it on several occasions. I do love the Orb transformation scenes, especially when we get the little taste of the Taro-san. It's really cool to see the other Ultraman appear. What is this? Tell me about this form.
I can tell you about this form.
But I want show don't tell, but they didn't even show.
That's because
hey, I'm really cool. I'm up.
This form debuted in a video game.
Okay. It had to debut somewhere, but a video game?
Yeah. There's a bunch of Orb forms that are exclusive that were debuted in a video game. This one was the most popular one. It was used roughly the same amount as his show forms, which is why they made it.
Did you ever play the?
But it got a pretty decent transformation scene.
Got an okay one.
Did you ever play the PS4 Spider-Man game, Nick?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's we have our own form, but that got so much more fanfare than this did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm happy that we got it at all because this is genuinely his best form.
Really
Like, it's
cool.
so sick.
This is what
It's really cool.
armor
This is the
needs
thing
to
that
look
I
like
this
on
this
Ultraman.
armor is exactly the explanation for what I have issue with Arc.
Yep. Yeah, because it's like armor everywhere. He gets leg armor too. There's armor on the chest
Doesn't feel
and the rest of.
disproportionate.
Yeah, like it's armor. It's not just armor on the upper chest. It's like it covers his abdomen. It covers like his back. It covers legs. It covers the entirety of his arms. Like it's armor
bulky,
everywhere.
but it's not just overly bulky like Arc.
Yeah,
That's
like
the thing is that's the thing that I meant by proportionate is that it actually looks like it fits him.
Mhm.
Whereas on Arc it looks like he's borrowing it.
yeah, I'll agree with you on that. There is one other example of armor that I think you will also like. Not as much as this one. I think this one is the best version of armor we're getting in Ultraman. But we get another version, like we get another Ultraman who uses an armored form later on that I think you'll like too for similar reasons. Because it's like full body armor.
Okay.
And it has like some embellishments here and there, but like they make sense.
Like make embellishments. Like honestly, I didn't find any of Orb's forms to be out of place. Whereas like most of the time when Arc takes on an armor power up, it looks like there's something on top of him as opposed to, this is an upgrade for him. It feels like he's wearing something. Whereas in this scene here, it looks like Orb is embodying this. Like it's the difference between wearing a shirt that doesn't fit and a shirt that does fit. I think.
Yeah. I get that.
All my shirts don't fit.
It depends on the
hat,
shirt. That is a great hat. But yeah, so we get
I just have good hats. I like hats.
so our special starts with there is a sorcerer who is trying to use the kaiju graveyard to resurrect dead kaiju. Well, to summon their spirits.
So he's a necromancer.
Yes, which this is actually like the kaiju graveyard is a long-standing thing too. Like there is a specific place where like the spirits of kaiju go when they die, and this is the place they go.
Weren't they?
So our favorite space samurai is just there?
Yeah, I feel like the most recent stuff with Arc was like them trying to retcon another force into that.
How dare they?
Well, that's what I was thinking. Is that if that's the case, then isn't that kind of reminiscent of the zombie kaiju and our favorite samurai?
Yep.
From Arc.
Yep. But this has been like
Blazer.
All right. But this has been like a thing since like the 2010s.
He's from Arc, Josh.
Yeah.
Alex quits the podcast.
That could be the new thing. You quit for me.
Yep. But then we get Orb fighting one of my favorite kaiju, Dimaga.
It's so good.
I love this thing's design. It's so spiky.
Look at his little Millennium Godzilla form.
But we get no bad kaiju designs.
Are you sure there's a testicle face? Like,
no, it works.
Are you sure that's bad?
It's too dangly. It's too warm out.
What are you, a bald Shinian?
Don't you quote Men in Black 2 to me.
But then we get the wonderful, the magnificent lightning attacker to fight. And
where he nukes a power plant.
Yeah, he does the thing.
Yeah.
He does the fucking X fire nuke shot thing too.
All right, Nick. I need you to play professional Ultraman expert here.
Mm-hmm.
And I need you to as we go through this, you need to notate the Ultraman we see.
Okay.
and performs, because this is action figure central.
Oh, yeah.
We need some commentary.
Okay, I know for sure I know all the ultras. I know some but not all of the kaiju off the top of my head. But
This is one of those episodes where like this is the episode where like if we were gonna watch Dragon Ball Heroes, they would look at me and go, "Okay, who is this?"
Yep. Oh yeah, and considering there's going to be 3
Oh,
Ultramen
no.
who are like,
You would know too. Have
Oh,
you seen
no.
all the episodes?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You're good
Yeah.
boy.
But yeah, so
I knew you would.
Majin Buu is stupid.
Majin Buu is stupid, and we can all agree on that. That's a terrible design, and it's definitely just them throwing the first Majin design out so it can be beaten by Goku quick, so they can make a better one.
They did better in the game.
Anyway, though, so then we get Orb getting this vision of himself using a new form with a card he's already used and a card he has not used before. Those being the Ultraman 0 and Ultra 7 cards, respectively.
But the moment he uses Ultra 7, he just starts committing the worst atrocities imaginable.
That is not
I don't like any of this.
It's a possibility, though.
Once you have Ultra 7 in you, you just have to start committing crimes.
Yeah, but like everyone's just kind of cool with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's 7, man.
Yeah. So then we cut to Zero landing on a planet because he feels a presence of evil. And lo and behold, the oh gosh, what's his name? I've seen him in a few different things. He's in Ginga S. Judas Spectre is there, but he's not physically there. He is a spiritual being, and because of that, he is literally a specter now, and because of that, Zero struggles to best him.
Yeah. He's like the god of names.
Yes.
Can never be bested.
Yes. So many crimes. So many war crimes. That's a thing for... Did we stream that one? Because I know we streamed some of them, but not all of them.
We didn't stream that one, and I regret not doing that.
Mm-hmm. So we also get a fun variant on the idea of a Mechagodzilla with Mechagamora showing up too.
Yeah.
Which is another dope-ass fucking design. So what did you guys think about this thing?
Oh god, it's in my eye.
Yep.
Oh god, it burns us.
So I'm a fan of this design of Mechagamora. Judas Spectre, I can take it or leave it. Like, it's not bad. It has very Showa vibe, like Showa Heisei-ish vibes without it being like great. Mechagamora is just straight up like Heisei.
I am all for the cyborg creatures.
Mm-hmm.
The cyborg creatures are done pretty well in this series.
Yep.
Ugh.
And then we get a team up between Orb and Zero, which didn't really happen much in the in the movie. We got like a tiny bit of that, but now we're gonna get a lot of it.
This is before we cut to the intergalactic headquarters.
Yeah, on the Land of Light.
Yeah, where Art gets his inspiration for his weapon, he pulls that shit out of his shoulder blade again.
Yep. Yeah, no.
This is where Doctor Who comes in.
Yeah, no. So this is the Land of Light. And we're gonna get 2 Ultramen who look remarkably similar to each other talking right now. Where we get Ultraman Jack talking to let me see. Zoffy. Neither one of them is the original Ultraman, but both of them are based off of him.
Wait a minute. I have a very serious question.
Yes.
Why is it that sometimes in back-to-back transformation sequences in Orb, we get Ultraman Taro. And then we also get Zofi.
Zoffy. Okay, so that's an actually like super weird thing that I have a problem with. So Ultraman is actually a name when you're from the Land of Light, Nebula M78. You are only given the title Ultraman if you have worked and lived on planet Earth defending that planet. It is a title specifically given to people who have basically done a tour of service on that planet, and Zoffy has never actually done a tour of service there.
I needed there to be a reason.
Yeah.
That actually is really satisfying.
Yep. You only get that title if you've done a tour of service there. Which is why, like, some characters have it and others don't.
Yeah. So it's like Ultraman is the Purple Heart, basically.
Kind of, yeah. There's also...
Is there a reason why Earth is given that mantle?
It's... So it was a title originally given to Ultraman by the Defense Force there. And basically, like, Earth has a high probability of monster attacks. Earth has a high probability of alien invasions and potentially extra dimensional beings.
Just like, we like it.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, so yeah, there's actually like examples of beings from the Land of Light who didn't do that. I can think of one other example of someone who didn't do a tour of service there, and because of that, they are also not given the Ultraman title.
Is it Belial?
No, Belial, I think weirdly has. I think Belial and Ken both had to have, but there's an Ultra being named Sora who is a girl who's never done a tour there, so she doesn't get to be called Ultra Woman Sora.
I think there was two, if
God
not
damn,
three.
Why is everybody a Sora?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Even
Fuck
Open
you, Kingdom
AI,
Hearts.
by the way. Well, I think there was at least two ultras that Orb utilized that weren't ultras.
No, so it depends on the universe you come from too. Like Tiga's universe, basically, if you were if you were a giant of light, you get Ultraman as a title, just as a given. Same for like, there's like various other beings where depending on the universe they come from, it's their own universe's rules on how they get it. That's just specifically the Land of Light's rule system for getting that title. And it's weird too because Zoffy is a member of the Ultra Brothers but is not an Ultraman. The Ultra Brothers are like basically an elite task force.
Have we made sure?
Ain't shit.
Have we made sure that Zophie and Juggler have never made contact?
There's a non-0% chance that they have met each other. I know that he's met others. I don't think this is a good idea. He's met other Ultras, because he's met Dinah and Cosmos for sure. And he will eventually, I'm going to spoil this for you, he shows up in the Jeed movie too, so he meets Jeed.
Zophie or?
Juggler.
Juggler.
Yeah, we get Juggler like one more time.
I feel like Zophie might have something to talk to Juggler about.
Are you wanting them to commit war crimes together?
No, they're just gonna both be butthurt.
I'm here. I'm a white hat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to identify problems by knowing where black hats might find a home, might find purchase.
So
I wear red hats.
So, also,
I was wondering if you would just look at it.
Black hats here on stream.
Yep. So also another thing that I want to mention, I didn't bring this up during Orbs proper, but so Zophie also has like these bumps you'll notice on his chest. Those are called star marks. They're basically the Nobel Prize for his people.
They just give him tumors like, you're the best.
Yeah, there's like another example of someone who got those two. But yeah, he's a Nobel Prize winner basically.
Are the Ultraman's Nobel Prizes as problematic as ours?
He did create an energy beam attack that is hotter than the sun. Yes.
Cool. We've had several Nobel laureates have Nobel Peace Prize winners have kill lists.
Yep.
So that's cool.
Yep.
All right. So it's equally as messed up as ours.
Yep.
Please note for the record that you should treat every Nobel laureate with skepticism. And that is the official stance of me.
Yep.
So I just have to commit war crimes and I can get a peace prize?
Yes. Apparently so. If history is any judgment.
So anyway, we also get the
Write that down.
So Jack and Zophie are talking about how they need to that a ray blood, like a rayonics, is somewhere out there, and that they are the most powerful monster tamers in the universe. This is actually also a kind of
Gotta tame them all.
Yeah. This was like I think they
Ultraman.
introduced this concept like 10 years before this. So again, another long-standing idea on this. But yeah, so that's kind of to establish that Ray Batos, who is this space sorcerer, is one of the Rayonics and has alien Ray Blood's blood in him.
So is there something we need to know about alien Ray Blood?
Yeah, he bonded when Belial was cast out of the Land of Light. He bonded with Belial, and that's how Belial ended up looking the way he did. He looked like a kind of weird, like a slightly odd looking Ultra before that. And then when they bonded, that's when he turned like the black giant fucking claw hands, huge chin looking thing.
And big old dick fingers.
Yep.
I think you mean salad fingers.
Yeah, he does have salad fingers.
Ultraman Belial.
Yeah. Then we get we find out that Zero has been sent to well, we already know Zero's been sent to it, but we find out that it was because Seven, his father, sent him to fight. Seven is also not a great father, but you know, whatever. That's a different thing we'll talk about when they dub those movies.
No, he's the best. He commits war crimes for his son.
Yeah, and he'll also be voiced by Chris Sabat then.
He's the best one ever now.
Yeah, we're gonna watch those movies when they're dubbed, so...
I just want to be who I am!
Alex, you get to watch those movies with Chris Sabat talking. And Sean Schemmel.
I'm literally gonna hear Majin Vegeta the whole time.
Yep, you're gonna get that, and you're gonna get Sean Schemmel talking a lot too. You're gonna be so happy.
Hey, Seven. It's an Ultraman. It's an Ultraman.
Yep.
It's not Nappa.
Yeah.
Watch Chris use a Nappa voice instead of a Vegeta voice.
Yep. So then we get Orb Trinity and Zero using the Ultimate Aegis to fight. How do you guys like the Ultimate Aegis? I think it's kind of goofy looking.
Is that the
Zero's armor?
I like it.
I think it's goofy. I think there's parts of it I like, and I like that we don't see this, but all the armor can like detach itself and connect to the arm sword thing to turn into a giant ass bow to fire.
Yeah, I don't think we saw any of that, did we?
No, not in this, but it does. It happens in other things, and I think that's the coolest part of it. Stuff that we don't see.
Where I was at is his armor is extremely flamboyant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely
I
gave me
liked it
Elton
better than
John
Arcs.
vibes.
Oh yeah, no, it's still better than Arcs. Every example of armor we see with Orb in it is better than Arc.
Or Zero,
I could,
apparently.
I could take
Yep.
a shit and still make better armor than Arc.
Wow.
I mean, we still need to see the Saturn armor in action.
Yeah. Cue you live event pieces of shit.
Yep.
I feel like it's gonna be the same style of armor in a different color.
Yeah, it more or less
Yeah.
is. Like, there's pictures of it. It still has a lot of the same problems we bring up. Yeah, so then Zero and Orb use their ultimate attacks respectively, and they destroy the ghosts. And it's exactly what you would expect. Then we get like a little bit of like
And by
what
that
are
he
the
means awesome.
Oh dude, it's fucking sick as fuck. Orb jumps in after they fire off their attacks and slashes down for one final attack. Then he gets like visions of transforming into his oh my goodness. I saw a thing where it's you and your dad's power, and then I get a power boost that is really kind of cool, but I don't ever use again.
It was highly specific, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
I can only use it to commit atrocities.
Yep. And then Ray Batos shows up and he's like, all right, well, I control monster souls and I'm going to summon like 5 more kaiju that are mostly Showa kaiju because why not? And Zero gets a bunch of war flashbacks because Belial.
Ultimate Belial.
Yep. We do get
feel like-
King Joe, though, who is my favorite. Because he just looks so happy to be there.
Yeah, but we get Discount Juggler.
We do.
And we also get the first landform version of Shin Godzilla.
Kind of, yeah.
You
Oh, you
tell me
mean the
that
droopy-eyed motherfucker?
Yeah, the one that's just on the ground, just like, yeah.
Yeah. And then we get a flashback to what Ray Blood looks like, where he's got like that big gap in the middle of his head.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the design, but it's like it's so specific. Like his eyes are like kind of almost like midway up eye stalks.
Let's be real. Let's just, there's no point hiding it for the sake of the podcast. That's Man Ray.
Oh, 100%.
Look at Josh.
And now he can't unsee it.
He can't unsee Man Ray. But what if I told you it was your wallet? But I'm good. Josh is now forever ruined.
Yep. It's pouting in the corner.
He's pouting. Look at him.
Yep. So then the kaiju advance on the two ultras.
Man Ray.
Yep.
But it is your wallet.
No.
Yep. So the kaiju advance on them and they're all attacking. They can't really handle it. Also, Josh, for the record, the droopy Shin Godzilla, his name is Twin Tail. His head is on the ground and he has tails up in the air where his head should be.
Still better than the turkey testicle monsters.
Okay, but is it? Did they commit to the bit so far as to say that the eyes that we see are not actually eyes?
I think it has 2 sets.
It's
But
like
again,
Cat Dog.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like there's some old school designs I like. Twin Tail is like one of those ones where I'm like, I could take it or leave it. Yeah, then we get Alex's favorite moment of the movie, where he switches off to Burn Might to fight.
Love me some burn.
Why he gets his ass whooped.
And we get Zero changing forms too, because Zero gets every type of power up in the franchise. So he turns into his strong Corona form.
He's the golden boy, you might say.
Oh, he's 100% the golden boy. He saved that franchise.
Yeah, he gets 19 of these, though.
He has a lot of forms. That's an overestimation, but not by much.
How many transformations does Vegeta have?
Yes.
Are you talking about this Corona version of this Ultraman having 19 forms?
Not only do we get strong Corona, though, when Orb switches off to Hurricane Slash, we get Luna Miracle.
I can love this form.
No, you don't. No one
Say,
loves Hurricane
is my
Slash.
least favorite.
I love Hurricane Slash. That's why he's up on my list.
Terrible.
Yep.
Burn my is magic.
Yeah.
Burn My is magically dog shit.
So yeah, we get Luna Miracle, which is another okay form. I think that
It's okay.
he gets these forms after a movie, and it's not in the movie he gets them. It's because the movie happened that he gets them.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like, oh, we introduced these cool new forms for him. It's oh, and then the events happened in the movie, and because those events happened, now he gets cool new forms.
Yeah.
Did you pass the test? Here's a new form.
It's more, did you fuse with two other Ultras that had forms kind of like this? Congratulations. Now that you're unfused from them, you get to also have forms like that. No, for real.
God.
That's something I'm going to bring up right now. So, Strong Corona is named after... He fuses with two Ultramen, Dyna and Cosmos. Again, Ultras that Juggler met at one point too, and Orb met at one point.
God, no wonder why Juggler's pissed. All his Ultra Fence are dead.
So
and somebody else.
Yeah, no. So no, they're still around after they defuse. Dyna's red form is called Strong Form, and Cosmos's red form is called Corona form. So he gets a red form called Strong Corona, and Dyna's
Strong Corona.
Yep, Dyna's blue form. Dyna's blue form is Miracle, and Cosmos's blue form is Luna, so Luna Miracle. It's just because he fused with them.
Ow.
And then we get the Ultra Brothers showing up to fight these kaiju.
Yeah.
We get Zophie, and we get Seven.
Hell yeah.
Together,
And-
6 brothers.
Boy. Oh, God, the music when this starts happening.
Mm-hmm.
They do lean into it.
Oh, yeah. This is some Showa-ass shit now.
Yeah.
Seven fights King Joe, as he should. Fucking love King Joe's design.
Just starts wailing the shit out of him.
Yep. As Orb flies through the space in Spacium Zaperian form to try to catch onto.
That's why. Because he can go through space.
Yeah, it's not because he has that purple speedy thing. Yeah, so then we get these Ultra Brothers fighting. Zophie can take a hit because he has an energy blast that's hotter than the sun.
Seven decapitates King Joe and blows him up.
Seven realistically should cut all these in half in various directions.
Yeah, but he wanted him to live long enough to suffer.
That's something he does. I still remember there's episodes where he just like tears off Kaiju's arms and beats them to death with them.
He does.
You need to always finish the job
Yeah,
first.
he does.
Alex, for the record, I think I told Josh this. I don't remember if I told you this or not, but when we were playing Scott's Mystery Science Theater 3000 game, just a clip from Ultra 7 started playing, and I'm like, oh shit, I've watched this episode of Ultra 7 before.
Oh, no shit.
Yep.
I know what he does here.
Yeah, and then he tears off a kaiju's arm and beats it to death with it. Well, it's its wing, but still. It's its wing, but still.
And then he fries it up and eats it.
Yep. As 7 just cuts the shit out of King Joe with his eye slugger blade. So fucking good. I do love the eye slugger. I think it's such a classic weapon. Just a blade that attaches to your fucking head.
Yeah.
What could be better?
Having 2 of them? Nope. Not as cool.
I don't know. I liked the introduction of Zero when we get the 2. I don't think it's been used as well since then, but it was fun at the time.
I thought I had the tag on this thing.
Yeah, so then we get Orb turns into Trinity form to try to take down Ray Batos, and he just can't quite do it.
Because he's all pussy.
Because we have to have a reason for why he needs to get a new form.
Yeah, if only he had years of training taking place within the span of a day.
If only we had the hyperbolic time chamber.
What kind of series would you be possibly referring to?
Sentai?
I would not be too shocked if that's a thing in there too.
Yeah, might be, honestly.
Yeah, so then Ray Batos flies off, and we get the reveal that Orb needs to train and gain more power.
He's got to go even further.
Yep.
Beyond.
Further beyond.
Yep. We also find out that Ray Batos is trying to go after the Giga Battlenizer.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it would have been a lot cooler if it was the Giga Basher.
This is predating that game, unfortunately. But yeah, so we get the name drop of the Giga Battlenizer, which is Belial's signature weapon.
Be a lot cooler if Belial was the one that had it.
I mean, we get that. Yeah, so then... Yep. So then we get Zero makes a hyperbolic time chamber for them to train inside of.
Belios Ultra.
So this is where Dragon Ball stole the idea from.
Yep, this 2017 special.
God damn it, Toriyama.
We can't...
Are you? But, no.
I will say this, though. We can say that Pokemon stole from Ultraman, specifically Ultra 7.
Oh.
Yeah, Ultra 7...
Do you think that we have the ability to sue them for things like using the English language or throwing a ball or using monsters as a part of their power-ups or using, the idea of battling each other or having relationships? Can we sue them for communication?
Yes. They could hypothetically do this.
And a day and night cycle.
A day and night cycle. Oh my god, it's revolutionary.
Yep.
Kind of was back on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, honestly, it was. Yeah, that was before the Game Boy Color, dude. That was still the original Game Boy.
What do you want?
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
On Game Freak side.
Oh, okay. We are in a fight.
But yeah, so we for realsies.
Oh yeah, I'm on the side of Elon Musk too.
Yep.
You heard it. Clip it. Clip it.
Yep. No, for realsies though. They Ultra 7 does have these capsule kaiju that he can summon to fight with him. That's been a thing since '67. Yep.
Someone call Bulma. There's a copyright issue.
Yep. Along with the hyperbolic time chamber.
It's been an issue for a while.
But yeah, so Ray Bartos goes and uses his fucking
Rebacos? What?
Yep. He uses his fucking space magic bullshit to get the Giga Battlenizer, which is honestly I think it's kind of a sick weapon. It's just a fucking pole arm with it's just a big ass stick with 2 weights on either side. He's just fighting with a fucking barbell.
Sure.
And then we get Zophie and Jack showing up again to try to fight. Not Ultraman, but Ultraman. Yep.
They're just men.
Yep. That was totally... There's totally not an entire series about how people think Jack is Ultraman, and he's not.
Is he not Ultraman Jack?
Or is he just Jack?
No, they thought he was the original Ultraman, to the point of where his series... They didn't know for sure if they wanted to pull the trigger on him being the original Ultraman or not. His series is called Return of Ultraman. And then, like, into it, it's revealed that he is not the original Ultraman. And that he is, in fact, a separate one.
He's not even Ultraman.
So he's a phony.
Yeah, they didn't start calling him Ultraman. They didn't start calling him Jack until, like, way later. Like, for a while, there were just 2 guys named Ultraman.
All right.
Yep.
Fuck you, Jack.
Yep. Now
identity theft is not a joke.
Yep. So they summon Tyrant, who is just 5 dead kaiju stitched together, which is a real thing.
Where is Mary Shelley when you need her?
Also dead. Yes. Yeah. So then.
Are you saying that the author of Frankenstein is like a rescue pet?
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, they've trained enough that now Orb is ready for his new form.
Yeah, he's got 10 years of training and
a few minutes. Yep. So now 7 gives him his card. So that he can transform into a new form that realistically would have just been better to put in the actual show. And it would have made more sense than having Hurricane Slash use Jack as one of the 2 components.
Yeah, but then shoulder pads.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm just going to say this. There was a huge misstep using the Jack as one of the components when you had... So the gimmick for most of Orb's forms, it's a Showa Ultra and a Heisei Ultra. And considering 7 is a Showa Ultra that is the father of 0, a Heisei / New Gen Ultra, it was dumb as fuck that they just didn't go with that combo to begin with. But whatever. What do I know? Yeah, so now we get Orb's new form, a Miriam Slugger. Because what could be better than having 2 sluggers? Having 3.
Aw, man. This guy really loves his baseball.
Yep. I do like this is the only form that like changes Orb's face considerably, besides obviously Thunderbreaster.
Yeah.
Like Thunderbreaster changes his face a lot, and this one does, and the rest of them, like his eyes are almost always the same, and I like that it changes his eyes for this form too.
Yeah, it's a nice.
I like the more aggressive style, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it works.
Well, yeah, he's got to get back home to Juggler's great granddaughter, Naomi.
Yeah.
So he needs to get this shit done.
So now he's
got to be aggressive.
Yeah, so now he has armor and sharp bits and scary eyes. You know he means business. Yeah, so then they fight Tyrant, and it's a 1-2-3 with 1-2-3 sluggers. And we get
Yeah, but it's like, but it's not. Like the naming convention didn't. I can't remember how they do it. It's like mid slugger, heavy slugger, and then just like
well, so we first get the wide shots because we get
a wide shot. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we get the wide shot, we get the wide shot 0, and we get the Amirium
Why
wide
did we not
shot.
get wide shot orb?
Yeah, wide slugger shot. Yeah, I do think
That's
it was.
what he gives Naomi.
It would have been better to call it the wide orb shot.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, I get it. They wanted to tie it in with the form, not necessarily the character.
Okay.
Yeah. So then they've bested Tyrant, and we have less than 10 minutes left, so we gotta hurry this shit up so we can fucking finish off the story and reveal the 2 twists at the end. So yeah, then they use Zero's powers to fly off after Rebatos, because Zero can open up fucking wormholes. That's one of his powers with that fucking armor set. Because that armor set is just the better version of every Arc armor.
Did he? Yeah, it really is though.
Mm-hmm. And now they're gonna fight to the finish to prove that. Well, now Orb is gonna fight to the finish using every tool at his disposal, including cool energy punches and kicks, and 3 blades that are stuck on his head.
While the Zero doesn't do shit besides, you got this.
Yep. He also fires an Amirium beam from his fucking forehead gem.
Oh, did he? I don't even remember that portion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's because it's one of Seven's signature attacks, so he does that too. Because you gotta have him do everything from the 2 components, so he can show that he's just as good as them. Then he again.
I like how this is like a cooler version, but yet at the still time a discount version of Juggler's armor.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of cooler, but it's still a discount Juggler.
That's fair. I get what you're saying.
They just added stuff like they did the Godzilla outfits.
Yeah. It's just like if you take like a fucking Clorox wipe and wipe him, it just turns into Juggler.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we get like a dope speech about how like he's using he needs to like honor the people who gave him this power, and he needs to live up to their legacy, which would be cool if he was related to them, but he's not. Instead, he's just borrowing the power of family.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want him to be an individual and live up to Orb's name.
Nah. And then he
except for he has to steal everything.
What kind of story would that make?
Yeah.
Goku?
I mean, he does do almost a Kamehameha, except it's a fucking wide shot.
It should have been wide orb shot.
It should have been, but this form never comes back again, so whatever.
That doesn't mean it has to mar this really cool special.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then he disappears. Well, the Giga Battlenizer disappears. They have the speech with the Ultras where it's like, hey, thanks for doing everything. We appreciate that you saved our asses on that one.
God, I can't believe 7 looks even cooler in a cape.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, a lot of there's like a few Ultras that look better with capes. I will like say to my dying breath that Father of Ultra needs a cape or he looks like shit.
I want to see Belial in a cape.
Probably not going to happen. We do get Zero in a cape sometimes though, but his cape is blue.
Ew.
No, it works. It works. And Sean Schemmel gets to voice him in that cape.
I wish Sean Schemmel was just voicing the cape. Flutter, 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 flutter.
Yes, but it's that series from like the 2000s. The Cape.
Oh, God. Oh.
Yep. But yeah. Zero was perturbed. He's like, this was like too easy. What if like the fact that the Giga Battlenizer disappeared, it doesn't do that. And then we get Ray Bartos reforming. He's like, well, fuck it. If I can't beat them with kaiju, I'll summon the most evil being I can, Ultraman Belial's soul. And then he can't, because big reveal is that Ultraman Belial is still alive.
I gasp so loud here.
Yep.
You cannot revive what you have not killed.
Yep. Yep, and then we get the other reveal where an Ultraman walks up to him and fires his energy blast at him. And we get a close-up on his face.
God, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Is that not Belial?
No.
Is...
Well, so yes and no. So
He has Belial's eyes.
So what we see, that is our first look at Ultraman Jeed.
That's Jeed?
That's Jeed.
No shit.
Yeah, that is the first look.
Jeed looks kind of sinister in the same way that Belial does.
So there's a lot.
Wait.
There's a lot of reason behind that. I'm just gonna say that.
And
so,
why would Jeed be there?
So there is eventually it's like we get a little soft retcon that Ray Bartos gets when he's seeing Jeed. That's a vision of Jeed as he's being
vision kills him.
No, a different Ultra is there, and he's seeing a vision as a different Ultra kills him. Basically, it's to show us Jeed's suit and not reveal that Belial was physically there too until later.
Oh.
Yeah, so he sees a vision of Jeed, but Belial is the one who kills him.
Even though it looks like to an observer who's never seen Jeed, like Belial was the one who killed him anyways.
Yeah. It's also, I mean, like, spoiler for the first episode of Jeed. So we get another fusion Ultra. Jeed's base form, Jeed Primitive, uses the original Ultraman and Ultraman Belial as its component parts.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like that's his base form is a fusion of Ultraman and Ultraman Belial.
Belial's never had his own series?
No, he's the main villain of the Zero movies. Yeah, so he's in all of the same movies that Zero's in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was Ultra Fight Orb. I like the fuck out of this. It's a lot of action.
Fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. I think like the pacing's really good too. Like there's not a whole lot of like slow parts to it, and if there is a slow part, they intersplice it with like a quick part. Like we get like a couple of like more talky scenes, but they're usually interspliced with like, okay, talk, and let's cut over to action again real fast.
Or like those scenes where I'm just like looking around the scenery going like, what the hell's going on?
Yep.
There's a council of ultras?
Yep. Quite literally.
Like,
yeah.
If they had cut randomly to a shot of Jeddah going, it would have been fine.
Yep. Yeah, no, honestly, it wouldn't have been too out of place.
No. Like, holy shit, look at that.
Yeah. So yeah, this is sort of the end. Well, it's the end of what we're gonna watch of Or, but there is the origin saga, but I don't think the origin saga is that great. It's got like some good moments in it, but I think it's not as good as any of what we watched. And like the only real purpose to watch it is to like see Orb and Juggler's interactions with other Ultras. Because that's where we see them meet Cosmos and Dinah.
Which that could be fun, but
yeah, I mean it's okay.
I'd rather watch a narrative.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, like, it does do like one continuous story over the episodes, which is kind of interesting, but again, it's not the strongest story. The best parts come from, like, again, them interacting with other Ultras. And that definitely isn't every episode. Yeah. And then, obviously, we get the big 2 reveals of Belial is still alive, and we get our first look at Jeed.
Yeah.
I will also go on record saying that, and I'll say this again when we do Jeed proper, Jeed Primitive is like in my top 3 for base forms for an Ultra.
Oh, it already looks sick.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like, everything about it, I think, works for what it's supposed to be. Like,
I believe you.
It's like, when you get to see him fight in proper too, like, it just works. But yeah, any final thoughts before we cut this one and switch off to our tier list?
Something, search people. Until next time.
Yep.
There's no next time. Naomi, the gang,
Now
they're all dead except for Uncle and Juggler. They're the only survivors.
It's okay though. Now she's a dog groomer.
What he said. She's grooming dogs.
And Shin's in a different movie with Juggler.
And
we'll get there.
And Uncle, actually. I think they're
all 3 in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a movie.
Because Jedda's a piece of shit.
He might be in that.
They're just the Japanese broken lizard troop.
Honestly, I think they just like working together enough that, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, tune in for our tier list and final thoughts on Ultraman Orb as a whole, and then after that, get ready for Ultraman Jeed, which I will still say, and I'm going on record now, I'm pulling the trigger early on this line. It's the best Star Wars property to be released in 2017. Bye-bye.